Hey everybody, Grayson here from Poke Profit. We're going to talk a bit about UPCs today. Back half of the video, we'll touch on just the market as a whole and what you should be doing to optimize your portfolio right now. So starting off with UPCs, really not too much to say here. Not a ton of interesting things going on. I guess we'll start with celebrations, which wasn't a buy setup. It's now been downgraded to a watch, but still 6 out of 10 rating. Keep an eye on celebrations on eBay. You know, we're looking at I want to say 12 days of inventory remaining, maybe even sub 10 days. So there just isn't a ton of celebrations UPCs on the market, and they're selling decently well. So the most recent update I did from yesterday, 23 units below a 20% leg up and 35 units sold over the past 14 days. So 2.5 units per day, which is really strong for UPC. That's $1,300 and as old as Celebrations is. Outside of that, I think another one of the big talking points right now, Prismatic SPCs. There are a lot of these on the market. I'm going to show you guys the last update I did towards the end of May. We were looking at 528 units below a 20% move. Now, the update yesterday, 989 units below a 20% leg up. However, a lot more of these were moving. So people are looking at this dip in price from, 380. Were they really that expensive? Back in mid-May, now being around $290, $295. This is a range I think people are much more comfortable buying, and also knowing that this is likely going to be the last really big reprint of Prismatic we get. So if you don't have exposure or you want more exposure, the ETBs right now, the SPCs, those are probably going to be your best bet. And I know if you guys look around, I can guarantee this, you'll find SPCs cheaper than 290. You'll find ETBs cheaper than, I believe they're 167 again on TCG Player. You can find these probably 130, 140 locally. I know a lot of people were saying that in the live stream on Monday. The ETBs, rather. SPCs, you might be paying 240 to 275, something like that, if you can find a good deal. But overall, a lot more supply, a lot more moving. I don't think it's going to be too long before we see that eventually dry up. Sword and Shield base, the Zacian Zamazenta one, don't really want to talk about that. Hidden Fates, not too much to say there. Although there were 3 sales, I believe, over the past couple weeks on eBay. Yeah, the update before that, there were 0 sales, which that does happen sometimes. But 3, that's the most amount of these that I've seen sell in a while, going back to October of last year. It's a cool product, but Hidden Fates, UPCs overall, not something I think you should put your money into. Arceus V-Star doing its thing. Same deal with Sword and Shield. Greninja was downgraded. I believe this was in a watch last time, 5 out of 10. Now we're down to a 2 out of 10. The reasoning for that, I believe, is there being a little bit more supply on the market and sales volume pretty weak. Only 1 sale over the past 2 weeks. Moltres doing its thing. We talked about that being fairly close to $400 now. 151, this UPC was actually down, I believe 14%, 13 or 14% over the past couple weeks, going from around $1,240 to around $1,070. Less supply below a 20% move, but that also makes sense considering the price has come down. We're not capturing all those listings on eBay, and sales volume fairly consistent here. 71 units over 14 days, a little bit over 5 per day. Megazard UPC, I think we saw a little bit less supply, or was it about the same? 1,044 units, 1,041. So slightly less supply and slightly less in terms of sales volume. 295 units, the update before, now down to 264. Getting a little bit less popular. You're seeing money flow into different directions. It makes sense. But as time goes on, we'll see less boxes on the market. But I don't think these are going to be $300 anytime soon, guys. We're maybe looking at 250, 260 by end of year, unless someone really tries to buy these out on TCG Player, and that's maybe potentially could affect eBay price, but I'm doubtful about that. Terapagos UPC, nothing really to say there. I did also want to highlight too just a couple top opportunities on TCG Quant. The new layout, by the way, I do like a couple more improvements I want to make to that, just to kind of visualize things better. But Black Bolt and White Flare looking great. White Flare ETB is getting close to 140 now. Black Bolt's actually pushed over 150. Like, we're headed towards $155 now. And I think this chart is beautiful. these were slept on for so long. You had 12, 1,300 units almost of Black Bolt ETBs below a 20% move. So below, what would that be? Like $100, $102 on eBay. This was back in December of last year, but towards the end of January, things started to drop drastically in terms of supply. We were going from 1,050 units, the next update, 757, 519, 320. Now we're sitting around 140 units, so 14 cases worth of ETBs below 20% move. And the crazy thing about this, when these ETBs were, and I say these, White Flare and Black Bolt, when these were in the 80 to 90 range, not that many were moving. I mean, Black Bolt, you had 219 units. What was this here? Sub 200. So less than 15 or so selling per day. And at peak, I mean, we were seeing close to 40, I want to say, selling per day. The most recent update, 379 units. I don't know, someone can do the math, divide that by 14. It's still fairly high. So Black Bolt pushing higher makes sense. Same thing with White Flare. Wouldn't be shocked if these get to 160 and let's say 150 respectively fairly quickly here. Also surging PCTB is a 9 out of 10 currently. Same thing with Journey Together right now and Twilight Masquerade. A lot of these Pokemon Center ETBs, just not a ton out there, surprisingly. Even some of the middle block and the late block of the SV era. When you think about Black Bolt, White Flare, PCTBs, maybe you'd assume there would still be hundreds on the market. But when you go look right now, we're talking about 26 units. So 26 PCTBs below a 20% move. Not a lot for the final set of the SV era. But anyway, I figured that was interesting enough to throw in the video. Before we move on, if you guys enjoy this type of content, I'd really appreciate if you leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. It does help out a ton, getting the videos pushed out to more people. And if you want to check out TCG Quant, we do have a 3-day free trial now, and the Founding 50 code is still running until June 15th if you want to get 50% off your first 4 months. Thank you guys so much for the support. The back half of this video, it's going to be fairly short, but I do want to bring up something important, which is slabs and singles are definitely outperforming sealed right now. And you guys know, I try and optimize my investments, at least on the sealed side of things. I think overall, right, when you look at Pokemon investing as a whole, clearly it would make sense to have some exposure, if not a lot of exposure, to singles and slabs at this point. I mean, you're not seeing 150% growth, 200% growth overnight in almost any sealed product, whereas that can happen with a card like this Pikachu and Zekrom, which was announced that it's going to be in the 30th anniversary set, right? Or you look at the Giratina V-Star from Crown Zenith, up 75% in 90 days. We're not seeing that type of growth on Crown Zenith ETBs or booster bundles. Still, at the same time, a lot of very smart people in this hobby are now saying that this will not last forever, right? And even though everyone looks like a genius right now who owns slabs and everything's running up, eventually the tap will turn off and you're not going to do as well in slabs. I say to that, look, that time could be coming soon or it could not. It could be a year from now, 18 months from now, 2 years from now. Who knows? Maybe it's 5 years from now, right? So I think if you really are trying to optimize and you like singles and slabs, buy some singles and slabs. You're probably going to do incredibly well this year, whether it's in One Piece, whether it's in Pokemon, even Lorcana now has very expensive cards. It's a pretty good option. If you're someone like me, you're very conservative, you don't even want to deal with that stuff, just buy the best sealed products. Don't think about it, but understand you're probably going to be outperformed in the short term by people who have exposure to singles and slabs. I think it ultimately just comes down to your risk profile, how much you actually want to be actively involved in the market, right? I think buying singles and slabs, you do have to do a little bit more research. You have to understand what's going on, especially with cards like this, the Pikachu and Zekrom GX, which after the announcement that it was going to be in the 30th anniversary set, huge buyout on TCG Player. We're talking about 157 copies that sold on June 1st. So it ultimately comes down to you guys, what you want to do, but don't be surprised if you're only a sealed investor if you get outperformed this year by slabs. That's all I wanted to get to in this video. You guys let me know in the comment section down below what you think. We'll be back tomorrow to talk about the Sword and Shield era Until then, stay safe wherever you are in the world, and I'll catch you in the next one.